what kind of projects a beginner should do to become an AI or LLM engineer. So here I'm assuming this beginner is because anyway, I got this question from one of my college junior and who is studying BTech in one of the good engineering college back in India. He's in India. So the question when you ask me what to do, how to become a professional in AI/LLM engineering. Okay, let me answer this way. I would say this way. Do you really understand the data? Do you really understand what is the meaning of data? Right? So you would say, what data, which data? Okay, let me go back. You really see every year your report card, every semester you see grade A, grade B, grade C. How valuable for you? How valuable for you? It will be continue to be valuable for you whole of your life. You go to a notice board in a specific airport, right? You see the data. You see the data. Oh, this flight is coming. This flight is going. What do you see? The data. That is the actual data, right? So what I would say, first step, get a deeper understanding what really meaning is the data, right? So if you see the real computer science, what we call it computer science, digital technologies. What is that meaning is, let's an example, we have a traveling salesman problem. You would have studied in your computer science, traveling salesman problem. A salesman who travel across the cities every day to do his job, correct? But every time he struggled to figure out the shortest path so that he can do his job in a best efficient way, correct? As a computer science professional, what basically you do? You learn each and everything about the salesman to really trying to understand what kind of problem he's facing. But you convert those problems in data. You are getting my meaning. Let's say you got specific kinematics laws in physics. Kinematics laws means where you learn about speed over time, right? But there is a mathematics involved. In that mathematics, you have the initial speed, final speed, time, and you apply acceleration kind of stuff, like, and you apply those specific things and come up with there's some study about, and there's some existing formulas on speeds, something like that. So when I'm talking about the data, look really first into the data, and data have some value. Example, this is the Indian Finance Act. This is also a data. It is a document. Every chartered accountant follow it. India have the constitution. In constitution, it has, things are written in that. Everybody follows that. Everybody follow that specific thing. Correct? India have the income tax rules. Those are written. These are the data. This is, we call it any computer science of document data or unstructured data, or, like the way, it just documents, right? And second thing, we have the data in structured way, which we have designed. If you look back in your database, we have relational database like, the products you say, Postgres, or you call it MySQL, or there will be Oracle, something like that. You convert a specific business data in relations, like a customer, data of a customer, data of an order, data of a specific business, data of employee. You put into rows and tables. There's a way of putting it. Then there's a way of getting out the intelligence from that data. So the key thing I would like to say before you thinking AI, LLM, or everything, just see, my suggestion would be go and look in the data, right? Look in different varieties of data. Try to interpret it. Maybe you can make your own data term. Somebody has made the data like, relational data, non-relational data. Like there's a product in the market named MongoDB, right? I have seen so many resumes when I picked up many things from the fresh guys, right? So they have picked up the MongoDB, but I'm not sure whether everybody really know why they have really picked up this MongoDB. So MongoDB, they call it NoSQL, and not only SQL kind of things, correct? Go and search for it. So my first advice, whoever who would like to become AI/LLM engineer, you can understand what the texts are, what these meanings are, what they do, so you can connect the dots. But rather than jumping straight forward to the tech, first jump on the data. Because what these technologies are doing, they are helping you to interpret one of the key way, right? What you are doing, when you are typing a question in ChatGPT, correct? What you are doing, you are basically getting the answer from the data. You are asking the question of history. You are asking the question of geography. You are asking the question of a specific news, right? You are asking the questions which you are developing for a specific purpose. You are maybe developing a different Google search or your own search. You are developing, a specific platform which can help to teachers. And when teachers have a problem to explain a specific concept of physics, you are helping from your solution. It could be anything where you really realize. But before you do that, you need to learn the data. You need to learn the real source of truth of the data. If you don't have the real source of truth of the data, then you need to develop your own data. And you need to put the data in such a way to in your computer system. On top of it, you need to apply logics, maths, mathematics, or something for a specific goal. You need to learn that way. As an example, for whole 1 year, you study or a student study in grade 8, and that whole year, teachers calculate his progress. And in that progress, it gives marks, it gives grades, it gives something, a specific A, B, C, D, E kind of, comments. And then they compile everything together and end of year give you a report card. So in this whole 1 year of data, need to compile, need to structure, need to put in such a way so that you can efficiently put in a system, in a computer system, right? You need to figure out which tick which technology would be useful for you, right? You need to research, you need to ask questions, you need to reach out to professionals. You can't just assume yourself. You can't put comments only on YouTube. Write to the authors who wrote those specific books. Write to the authors who wrote the research papers. Look into who developed this data strategy. Why this data strategies got widely adopted across the world, right? Why there are different terms or exist, data warehouse kind of terms, data science kind of terms, data analytics kind of terms, data analysis kind of terms. What that means? Because you are getting, even you as a person, right? You ask me, Sumit, who you are, what is your title, what you do, how many years of experience you have, from where you studied, what is your age, what is your location. These are all data. Based on this all data, you get, right answer, who is he, correct? And if you want to verify me more, you say, Sumit, tell me your passport. You get my passport number. You connect my passport number to document verification system from Australia. You match it. What Sumit is saying, is it correct or not? So the foundation I see for AI LLM is data. I hope I tried my best to give you the answer. It may be the beginner level answer, but if you focus in such a way, focus on your basics. Don't jump on YouTube tutorials. Don't jump on directly on the technology and start learning about it technology. Then what will happen? You will just, what you're trying to learn it. Remember it, right? Once you do your RAG, you will say, oh, what is RAG? RAG is vector embedding. It does this, and somebody will ask, I will give this answer. No. Go by yourself, start from the step one. If you follow the correct step, you never need to remember what technology is, what problem is, how the stuff is working. So my answer is, if you would like to become a successful AI/LLM engineer, right, you must need to learn the data for a specific domain. Choose a domain, maybe healthcare domain, choose a education domain, choose a regulation domain. Maybe you can pick up India finance sector. Go line by line, understand it, and then apply on that specific data, specific set of techniques, specific set of your own research pathway to solve the problem. If you feel AI LLM can solve the problem, apply into it. And go to real problems, something which publicly used. You can demonstrate, you can talk, correct? Make your scope bigger. Make your scope bigger. Pick out a social issue. Maybe there is something, you don't know how much placement is happening in IIT Bombay. You don't know how many colleges we have in India and how many students we have in computer science. And in that specific computer science students, how many pick a specific subject? Let's say they pick AI LLM. You need to analyze, research, and develop what the real mindset behind AI LLM engineering. Is it a fancy word? Or is it something they really want? For what specific purpose they are so curious about it? Or it is the marketing, which came across from top businesses, right, who are driving the computer science industry. And everywhere they're putting buzzword AI/LLM because of that, right? So unless you are not sure why you are solving or getting AI LLM things, anyway, it's basic is data. Go with the data, learn with the data, and prove it, you learn the data and what you are trying to achieve from data. If that achievement is not straightforward, is not simple, apply specific tools and first develop that technology by yourself before jumping somebody else's technology. Correct? First, you develop your own vector database by yourself, right? That's what you have to do, right? Then you will understand what you were not able to achieve, what was already there, something like that, correct? Something like the same thing, right? So that's how I would like to give my comments on it. And yeah, I will give you more answers. Feel free to comment here. And let's see. Let me know how you like, if you like my answer, if it makes sense. Give me the comment, and I will definitely keep providing answers. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you. Nice talking.